The production of the Bible 3. So, for there to be consciousness in the universe, a higher consciousness is necessary. The question is, if there is consciousness, would the higher consciousness help the existing consciousnesses? The first principle of consciousness is logic, so irrationality is the lack of consciousness. Consciousness comes from the Latin conscientzīa, which means with knowledge. The word is composed of several Latin elements. Cum means intensity particle and scire means to know, so we have se scire cum ente means to know oneself with what one is, highlighting self-awareness. Thus the principle has only 2 points, existence and non-existence. If it is judicious, we have only one, which is existence. Non-existence cannot be determined as something, for if it were something, it would exist. Thus, self-consciousness is clearly based on existence. In this basic principle, we have an interesting question about the supreme consciousness entity. It is the name that was given to it in the beginning of time, which is ihawev, which is a form of the verb to exist, that is, the meaning is the self-existent, which is the basic principle of things, existence. Therefore, it is an extremely evolved concept to define an entity with the principle of existence, when other cultures are defining the forces of nature as superior entities. Thus, the most fundamental and broadest principle of higher consciousness is merely the definition of existence itself. Every concept of existence in ordinary terms is an existence dependent on another existence. A child depends on the father, a computer depends on the creators of the computer, and so on. The idea of an entity not dependent on another existence involves something outside of time, since for such an entity there can be no before. Thus, the fundamental principle of an entity that can sustain other consciousnesses is to be self-existent.
Search for knowledge now. Mathematics, physics, archaeology, education, health, metaphysics, and much more. Go to Reformadores da Saúde and be surprised by the huge collection and many new features. Reformadores da Saúde, reforming health with love.